Richest Women in Africa and Their Net Worth 2022. Here is a list of the richest women in Africa right now. In fact, some of the wealthiest people in the world are women, including some of the richest women in Africa. Here are the richest women in Africa today, along with their current estimated net worths. The list is almost unlimited and includes businesswomen, celebrities, and members of royal families. Some of the wealthiest women in Africa this year is a must-see. From Nigeria to Angola and many other countries across the continent, African women are raising the bars high in the business circle. As such, the net worths of the richest women in Africa can compete with both male and female moguls in the Western world. Stay with us to the end of this video as we take you through the richest women in Africa right now. Before we do that, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. Without wasting any time, let's start from the bottom of the list. 15. Charlize Theron. Famous South African actress Charlize Theron has won numerous accolades for her on-screen performances. She founded the film production business Denver and Delilah Films. Charlize Theron currently resides in Los Angeles, California, while having her origins in South Africa. She won an Oscar and currently holds dual citizenship with South Africa and the United States. For her part in the film Monster, Charlie received the Oscar. She has won a number of prizes, and she has starred in a number of big films, including The Mighty Joe Young. Charlize Theron is currently one of the wealthiest women in Africa, with a net worth of over $130 million because of her several endorsement deals and enterprises. 14. Gifty Lartey. The Ghanaian Gifty Lartey is ranked as the 14th richest woman in Africa on this list and the 4th wealthiest woman in Ghana. She serves as the CEO and chairperson of Ghana's renowned Sidalco group of companies. This corporation works extensively in the real estate, construction, oil and gas, and other industries. Gifty, like most of the women on this list, is a philanthropist in addition to being a businesswoman. At the moment, she is worth $135 million. 13. Irene Charlie. 1960 saw the birth of Irene Charlie in South Africa. She's one of the wealthiest businesswomen in South Africa and was a member of a trade union. Her first business venture was a union. She spent 13 years negotiating on the behalf of the National Union of Mine Workers in South Africa. She worked as an ambassador for 13 years to Africa. She then applied that knowledge to the telecom industry. She was appointed MTN Group's director. She assisted in establishing connections between numerous African and Arab nations and MTN Group, the largest telecom company in Africa. She played a role in opening the corporation up to the public so that the disadvantaged African citizens may purchase shares and increase their fortune. She is currently the CEO of Smile Telecom Holdings Limited, a telecom firm with operations in the Congo, Uganda, Nigeria, and other nations. She has an estimated net worth of $150 million. 12. Wendy Ackerman. Pick n Pay Stores has Wendy Ackerman as a co-founder and one of its directors. She assists in this company's growth along with her spouse Raymond. Over 400 outlets, including 100 supermarkets and 15 hypermarkets, are now part of this organization. They work in a variety of industries, including fashion, cuisine, and others. They employ roughly 49,000 people worldwide, throughout all of its locations and subsidiaries. Wendy is one of the richest women in Africa right now, with a net worth of $190.2 million. 11. Kate Quartey Papafio. Mrs. Kate Quartey Papafio, a fearless industrialist from Ghana, is a tough, proactive, and resourceful leader who views risks and challenges as chances for growth and development. She does not accept gender as a justification for poor performance. In order to distribute high-quality electrical cables, she established Roy Cables Limited in 1992. As at now, Roroi Cables represents the repositioning of one of the iconic brand names in Ghana's cable manufacturing and aluminium application industry, going beyond its core business of power cables. Its business is connected to the energy distribution and transmission industry as a prominent player in the production and delivery of power cables, conductors, electrical power distribution systems, and strategic contract services to the electricity sector. She exports her goods to other African countries. Her estimated net worth is $250 million. 10. Wendy Applebaum. Wendy Applebaum is the richest woman living in South Africa today. She was the director of Liberty Investments. She has also worked in a variety of other fields. She served as Connection Group Holdings Limited Vice Chair. She has a lengthy career in business and finance, and she has used her millions to become a philanthropist. A prosperous wine farm is owned by Applebaum in South Africa. She's renowned for having a strong friendship with Gloria Steinem, a well-known feminist activist. In interviews, Applebaum has made it clear that her riches do not define who she is. Her most recent charitable efforts have included giving female farmers free annual breast screenings and checks. To aid migrant farmers in maintaining their health, she established breast exam clinics close to her house and all around South Africa. She's worth $259.3 million. 9. Bimbo Ahmed. Nigerian entrepreneur Bimbo Ahmed is causing a stir in the business world. She established Leather World. Her business manufactures furniture of a high caliber for a sizable customer base throughout Africa. Despite receiving her early education in Nigeria, she traveled to other countries to study fashion and interior design. She began out small when she returned to Nigeria, but today she is very large. She is also a generous philanthropist who saves many lives. She's one of the richest women in Nigeria right now, with a whopping $550 million in her net worth. 8. Abudu. Abudu is a successful businesswoman from Nigeria who was raised in the UK. She completed a master's degree in the UK before returning to Nigeria to work as ExxonMobil's head of human resources. One of the largest oil companies in the world is this one. She's the driving force behind the well-known media company Ebony Life TV. She's a multi-faced entrepreneur that works in a variety of industries, including real estate and a number of others. Abudu is a humanitarian who helps the underprivileged. She is without a doubt one of the wealthiest women in Africa, with a net worth of $600 million. 7. Bola Shagaya. One of Nigeria's most well-known fashionistas is Bola Shagaya. She is a successful businesswoman who sits on numerous boards and has holdings. Real estate is the main emphasis of her business sectors. She is Nigerian by birth. She graduated from Armstrong College in the US with a degree in economics. In her first job, Shagaya held the position of auditor at the Central Bank of Nigeria. She later entered the field of commercial sales, working in import and export, and introducing the Koniko brand of photographic equipment to Nigeria. She serves on the board of directors for Unity Bank. She has membership status and is also a contributing member of the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria, or FADAN. Bola Shagaya has an estimated net worth of $630 million. 6. Patricia Pogudiabi. The richest woman in Ghana and the highest earning woman millionaire in the nation is Patricia Pogudiabi. The business entrepreneur group, which has operations in Ghana and Ivory Coast, is to thank for her success. Her primary source of income comes from the company, which processes cocoa. It includes a cutting-edge grinding factory where many Ghanaians work and where a lot of cocoa is processed into goods. The Takoradi-based factory is thought to be worth $90 million. All regions of the nation utilize the products made from the processing of cocoa, including cake, butter, and liquor. Her business also trades in other products, including cashew nuts, cotton, and timber. Every year they earn millions of dollars from this. Patricia currently has a staggering $750 million net worth. 5. Dr. Stella Okoli. Dr. Stella Okoli is a businesswoman and pharmacist by training. Before leaving for the UK to pursue medicine, she completed her early schooling in Nigeria. She attended the universities of Bradford and London respectively. When she came back home, she accepted regular positions in Nigerian pharmaceutical firms. Later, in the late 70s, she started her own pharmacy. She is now proud to be the founder of the well-known Emzor Pharmaceuticals. This business manufactures the well-known paracetamol tablets. She is currently reportedly worth an astounding $800 million. 4. Divine Lukula. Divine Lukula is a successful businesswoman from Zimbabwe. She has held so many sensitive posts in several big companies both within and outside Africa, and she owns one of the highest paying security companies in Zimbabwe. Divine founded Securico Security Services from humble beginnings in Zimbabwe back in 1998. Divine identified a need in the market for a quality-oriented security company, and she's driven Securico to become the market leader in Zimbabwe. She has tackled a previously male-dominated industry head-on, and her business success story is nothing short of remarkable, marking her as one of Africa's most tenacious and inspiring women entrepreneurs. With a net worth of $809 million, Divine Lukula is the richest woman in Zimbabwe and also one of the richest in Africa. 3. Gina Kenyatta. Gina Kenyatta, also known as Mama Gina, is one of the wealthiest women in Africa and the widow of Kenya's first president, Jomo Kenyatta. She is also the mother of Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of Kenya. The 86-year-old Mama Gina, unlike most spouses of deceased presidents in Africa, is not hated by Kenyans. On the contrary, they hold her in high regard for her stance in support of the family's business interests, which span the banking, farming, education, insurance, hospitality, manufacturing, and real estate industries. Currently, Mama Gina Kenyatta is in charge of a number of holdings, stakes, and portfolios. She presently owns 24.91% of the Commercial Bank of Africa, one of Kenya's biggest privately held banks. Other companies include Tim Sales Timber, Media Max, a media conglomerate that includes K24 TV, Kamimi Radio, and the People's Newspaper. Heritage hotels like the Voyager Resort in Mombasa and Tavo, and Brookside Dairies, a dairy farm that produces about half of the dairy products in Kenya. Her estimated net worth is at $1 billion. 2. Folorunsho Alakija. Wealthy Nigerian Folorunsho Alakija is the second richest woman in Africa. She founded Supreme Stitches, a fashion label that later evolved into what is now known as the Rose of Sharon House of Fashion, marking the beginning of her illustrious career in business. She is now a well-known billionaire with ventures in the fashion, oil and gas, retail, printing, and real estate industries. Alakija also serves as executive director of Farm for Oil, her family's reputedly $600 million worth oil production business. Her business, Farm for Oil, pledged a total of $1 billion to help the Nigerian government fight COVID-19 when it first appeared in that country. Her net worth is estimated to be at $1.3 billion. Number 1. Isabel dos Santos. The richest African lady on the list is Isabel dos Santos. She is well known for being the eldest child of the former filthy rich president of Angola, José Eduardo dos Santos. In 1997, Isabel, who has a BSc in engineering from King's College London, launched her first company by establishing the Miami Beach Club on Luanda Island. She can now brag of serving on the boards of various corporations throughout Portugal and Angola. Through two of her shareholder firms, Kento and Jadium, she presently owns more than 28% stake in the Portuguese media conglomerate, Zon Multimedia. She also holds sizable shares in the energy company Richest de Portugal, as well as the Portuguese banks Banco Espírito Santo and Banco Português de Investimento. Additionally, Isabel owns 25% of private Angolan mobile provider Unitel SA. She became the first female billionaire in Africa in 2013 thanks to her keen business sense. Her net worth is estimated at $2.7 billion. We've come to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. To be a part of our community Displore, turn on the notifications bell and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to share with your friends.